Your Legs Media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up. There it is. What's up? What's going on? It's your boy Ines Luby with Your Legs Media. Thank you for joining me once again. So the cyclocross season has started, as we can see. Well, it started a little while ago. The US series started probably a few weeks ago. Maybe about a month ago, the US series started, but now we are in Belgium. We're the big boys. We'll be doing battle. So you got Elizabeth, who won this race 2 years in a row, or the last 2 years. He's won 2022, 2021, and Toonart he's actually here as well, and Quinton Herman. So all the boys that have won are here today. This is the weekend gone, and they came here to take care of business. So we're gonna get into this. Give you a little bit of that. Hopefully you can hear me good. Let's turn the sound down a little bit more. So before I even get started in that, I'm gonna pause this and I'm just gonna run a quick. Let's stop the music real quick. Anyway, this is how we do. So what I'm gonna do now, as you can see, scan me for the Say It With Your Legs gear. So let's see what we're talking about. Let's see what we're working with. The name holds a story, a message of inspiration and empowerment. As a child, I constantly faced the need to prove myself, no matter which sport I pursued. But then I discovered cycling. It became my answer to skeptics who doubted my abilities. More than just freedom, cycling became my pursuit of justice in the face of those who wish me to fail. So when you encounter seemingly insurmountable obstacles, remember, just say it with your legs. With every paddle, you can conquer anything, one step at a time. And that's why you need to buy this brand. To embrace the journey, empower yourself, and achieve greatness. There it is. That's what's up. That's my brand. Say With Your Legs. Say With Your Legs Media. So we got hoodies, we got baseball caps, we got woolies, and I'll be next week. You should see me in some of the stuff. I'll be obviously wearing the stuff so you can have a look at and see what's going on. So today's race, we are in Beringen. Beringen is in Belgium. And the cyclocross races are pretty exciting there. So we're not going to go through the whole cyclocross race. We're going to go through in bits. We're going to scan through, and I'm going to talk through with you. So let's get to the start. Let's go to the start. Let's see who is on the start line. See if we can get to the start line. Did we miss the start? Yes, we did. So that's Schwack. He's a beast. Back a little further. And what we need. I think I started it. Yeah, I started it right at the beginning. So let's have a look at the course. This is the course that they've changed the course a little bit. So before they had one known climb. Now they have two climbs, and the one climb is actually a climb-ish. So they got one switchback in it, and then the other climb is a bit like just straight up, just a steep hill. So it's pretty intense. And then the downhills are insane, as we're gonna have a look. The downhills are definitely insane. So let's get it started. So we're gonna go to left to right. I didn't get the names of these two riders, but we got the Belgian national champion next to the Poles rider. His name is Lars van der Haar, and he's a winner of this race. And then next to Lars van der Haar, we got Elizabeth, and then he won the race for the last 2 years in a row. So what's up with Elizabeth? Is he going to be able to do the thing? And then next to him is Lauren Schwack. They call him the Sandman because on the sandy, beachy courses, he tends to do really well. And then we got Niels van der Poorten. And actually, I thought that was Matthew van der Poel at first, but yeah, because they ride on the same team. And then we have Thibaut Nice. He's the son of a really famous Belgian rider. Everyone loves him. And the last guy on the front is Toon van der Hout. Is it Van der Hout or Van der Boot? But anyway, we'll see as we go along, and I'll pronounce it right. So as they get ready to start, and as you can see with the cyclocross races, they have like a sprint start. Pretty much is the first one to that corner. And with cyclocross racing, you want to be one of the first people to be out front. it's really hard. If you get a bad start at the back, it's really hard to move up, because once the big boys go, that's it. And then none of the real big boys are here. No Matthew Van Der Poel, no Wout van Aert, no Tim Pidcock. And so the big boys are not here to play today, and there's a few other guys that are not here because there's so much stuff going on. So as we are about to get started, and I'm gonna try to talk you through the race as well as scan through it, because I want to keep this to about 8 minutes. So it's really, as you can see, it's a really fast start, and they were off. And to that first corner, we got, is it Thibaut Nice? Thibaut Nice is getting the sprint. So Thibaut Nice is at the front, and the first one into corner is Thibaut Nice, followed by Schweck. He was in third place, and then you had Niels van der Putten. He was in third place. So they go over the first flyover. So we're gonna have a quick look at what one complete lap looks like. So it's a really tough technical course, and as you can see, they're on the grass. And just because it's on the grass and it looks flat, it doesn't make it's not easy at all, because the grass is not smooth, it's not even, and it can get slippery if it's wet. So today was a dry day, so it was good. So it was good for all the riders. So it wasn't too bad. So as you can see, as they hit the first part of the course, there's a lot of little tricks and turns. And if you see what I mean by being on the front, like if you even go back 10-15 back, it's going to be almost impossible to get near the front. So this first part of the course is on the flat grassy part of the course, a lot of twists and turns. And then as we come out of these twists and turns, we are going to head into what I think is the first climb. Is it the first climb? Let's see as we come around this corner. So as the camera pans out, and then we hit the first little climb. And what they did was, instead of just letting the riders go up on the pavement for an easy climb, they put the barriers across the pavement so that they still have to climb in the dirt, so they want to make it tough as possible. So Thibaut Nice is still on the front. We got Schweck on the front with his teammate, and then Van der Haar goes to the front. Big attack on the first lap, trying to string it out. And this is what it's all about. This is what cyclocross is about. It's usually about an hour, and it's intense. So the defending champion Isabi, he got a really bad start, really like far down the back. Not like Isabi. So here's one of the little descents, really technical, and you have to be careful. So it bunches up, and this is the descent which got a couple victims. So Schweck takes a different line down the inside, tends to be a little faster, and he's moved up from like 4th place to 2nd place. And we'll see like later in the race what happens is that right at the bottom, because the hill just goes straight down and just dips, what ended up happening is that it got a big rut in the bottom, and that rut was obviously steering people. So as you can see, it's stringing out. Where's Isabi? Isabi is pretty far back. He is pretty far back. His own teammate Ryan was up a whole lot further than him. So we got Van der Haar on the front. Schweck is in 2nd place, coming to take this corner, and I believe they are going to hit the second like little, well, it's not little, it's pretty tough climb. So just let's see if we're gonna hit the climb. So this is the pit to the left, and we look like 1 or 2 riders have went into the pits already to change bikes. So it's weird that they're changing bikes already, because this course is not like muddy or anything. So maybe it had a mechanical or something. And the boys are riding really hard right now. So right now they are coming onto this. This is like the biggest climb on the whole course. So, and then as the camera pans out, you'll see how big the climb is. It's pretty tough. So, and then the speed that they hit it each time. So you're hitting it like, you just got off the climb, and then it's like you're probably back on the climb already. So right off the bat, Van der Haar is putting it down. He's like literally going for it. And then cyclocross, the gaps. So here we see someone has a little some trouble on that downhill. So we're gonna see there's gonna be some carnage in this descent, but we're gonna show you that a little bit later. But just showing you the whole first lap, and here's the Thibaut Nice. He's not Thibaut Nice, Van der Haar. He's gone. He's opening up a gap. And the thing about cyclocross, if you get a really good gap and you're a really strong rider, like the Matthew Van Der Poel and Wout van Aert and the Tim Pidcocks, you get going. So luckily for these guys are not there. So the newer guys get to shine, and they'll go up against the big boys a little later in the year. But we're just gonna just highlight this and what's going on. And you see, it's on lap 1, and Van der Horn is gone. So Schwack is not really chasing, and he's almost like he's looking for someone else to pull the work together. And he's that part, and then he's also said, okay, Van der Horn can hold this pace. So he's also hoping that he falls off the pace a little bit. So this is like the one section where they get off and they run. And if you notice, this course has no like the bunny up things, like the barriers where they have to bunny up over or dismount. So, but this is a pretty big run up. So Van der Horn is really opening up a big gap. And if they go back and they show you the riders coming down that really steep descent, they're not going to show it to you. There we go. That is like a seriously steep descent. You can't go in that too fast. You're going to go right over the handlebars when that front wheel makes contact with the bottom of that little sharp descent. So after one lap, 5 minutes and 36 in, and Van der Horn has come through leading the boys. And it's like they're looking back. It's like no one wants to chase him. And the Intermarché development team, that's not Intermarché, but the development team, one of their riders decides to pick up the chase. And he does a pretty good job at closing the gap. So let's fast forward to, we are now lap 2. We're gonna go right through to lap 3. So we want to catch the crash, and then also see if we could catch where Isabi. So just scanning. We want to make sure. Oh, this is. Oh, there we go. So we are on lap 4. Excuse me. Lap 4 is when all of the action really started to happen. So just on lap 4. As you can see, Isabi, he's actually had to get off his bike because his chain comes off. So he actually gets off the bike, turns the bike upside down, fixes the chain and remounts the chain, and the guys are just flying past him. And like a cyclocross, to lose this much time and space, it's like, yeah, that's a lot of time to make up, because everything is short, fast, and hard. But he just gets back on the bike, and gets back, he's gonna get back to business. But something's about to happen that sort of like keeps him in the race, keeps him in the thing with a chance at actually winning the race and getting on the podium. So the boys are coming down this first little sharp descent, and it's like really tight turn, and this is where the big descent comes off. So as you can see, you got a couple guys trying to take the high line, a couple guys trying to take the long line, bottom line. And then we have Schwack's teammate who takes him out, and then he takes out a bunch of other riders. And then we have Thibaut Nice. He has to come to a stop almost, but he still manages to come around him. And you see a couple riders down. Schwack is down. This was pretty much the end of his race. So yeah, that descent is almost impossible to stop. So you got to get out of the way, man. So Schwack, that's what it was. Schwack had his bike, and he's just trying to get his bike back to him. So I was wondering why Schwack was taking his time and not trying to get out of the way. But in the melee, Schwack ended up picking up his teammate's bike. As you can see, he fumbled onto his teammate's bike, and then after he picked up his teammate's bike, then he it looked like he takes his time, and his teammate grabs his bike, and they pass bikes back to one another, and they get on with it. So once this happened, it just separated everything. So we have one of Schwack's teammates from the Coriander team, and then a few handful of guys that got away, and pretty much this is how the race developed. The race just developed like this, and then it stayed like this for a while. But the amazing thing was coming to the end, and so here we see Schwack coming to the start finish line. He's like he's pretty much like, he's almost like, you see the mud and the dirt on the guys, and he's almost like well, that's it, that's what's up. And here you see the rest of the guys trying to come through there on lap 5. And let's so we had another little, so we got, is this Ryan or is that Isabi? No, that's Isabi coming through trying to chase. And that's the crazy thing, Isabi just kept on So Isabe's like he's like from lap 4 where he was down and almost out of it. He's clawed his way back to being on the back. He's about to get onto the back of these guys. You saw what happened. He had to stop, get off his bike, dismount, and he's worked his way all the way back to the front group. That was pretty amazing. So Isabe is about to make contact on this climb. He's just like about to make contact, but then Thibaut Nice makes a big attack on the front, and then he has one rider go with him. Looks like Ryan is the teammate of what's his name? Isabe, Ali Isabe. So the teammate of Ali Isabe, Ryan, just goes off the front with Thibaut Nice. Ryan Kemp is his name. So can't quite see who that was from the Coriander team that was in third place and coming through on the back of that. So, and Van der Horn is on the back. So Isabe has worked his way up. Now he's like in third or fourth place, and Ryan Kemp was doing really well. And then all of a sudden, he just caught a front wheel, and that was the end of that. It's not the end of his race, but now everyone's gotta, he's taking his time. He's got to get out of the way, man. You got to get out of the way so guys can get around the corner. But that's got to be pretty, So yeah, so it's. Oh, I missed the crash. What happened? So, yeah, he's got back on his bike. I was trying to play the crash back, but I missed it. So, Thibaut Nice is out the front by himself. That little descent is deadly. That little descent is deadly. So, we're going to jump over to the last part because Thibaut Nice, he did, ride up the front for just a little bit. But eventually the guys caught him back up. So let's get into this last part. So here we have Eli Isabe he's about to make the catch. And then with Thibaut Nice, didn't get his name. So here we have Isabe, which is really amazing. And then Van der Horn's in the back. Because he was off his bike. He, was down and out. But now he's on his way back. He's back. He's in the top 3. And now he's back in a podium position, which is pretty amazing. So Isabe pulls back Van der Horn and the other lead rider. And races on. So it's pretty amazing to watch Thibaut Nice, Eli Isabe, and then Van der Horn. Now they're back at the front, and it looks like this is where your winner is going to come from. This is the selection that has been made. So Lawrence Schwack, who's usually up there, he's out. So then we have an attack by I'm going to learn the names of the guys. Don't worry, I'm going to learn the names of the guys. And just before the run up, he attacks just so he can get up this hill first. And he takes a slightly different style. Like he's almost like a couple times he's pushed the bike up, like he just rolled it up where everyone else is carrying the bike up. And he didn't look any faster or any slower. So the way you want to go up, run up that climb is however you want to run up the climb. So what's his name? His name is White Newson. So it almost looks like Nuseo, but look, White Newson. And he's at the front and he's taking care of the business. So why not? You're there, get on the front, get your sponsor on the TV, get some TV time and let people see who you are. So they're going through the start finish. When they go through, they'll have 2 laps to go, 1 lap to the bow lap. And then you got Ryan Kemp, who's obviously just came off and he's trying to chase back on. So Ali Isabe is on the front. He's just trying to push the pace with 1 lap to go. And I need to go back because I think he did attack. He did attack up the climb. So here we're coming down the descent. And this descent got really, really scary. You can see when it gets to the bottom, it really digs in, man. That's a tough descent, man. That's pretty tough. So do I prefer cyclocross to gravel riding? I don't know. They both tough. They're both tough. They're both enjoyable as well. But Ilie, he just really going for it. Got a bit of a gap on Thibaut Nice and everyone else. So he's going to come to the climb. And this is where he tries to put the hammer down. And I thought he was actually going to go away, because Ali Izabi has done that in the past in other races as well, where he gets the bit between his teeth and he just goes for it. But he was unable to do that this time. So as you can see, we're back on the longest climb on the course. And Thibaut Nice is more of a road rider, and he just sits there and he just, look at him, he's just powering back, man. That is just amazing. He's just powering back, and he powers back, and he just drops the guys behind him, but put a couple bike lengths between them, and he gets back on the wheel of Ali Izabi. Ali Izabi is just like, okay, he's here now, but Ali Izabi is still trying to ride hard, and his whole thing is he'd rather have a 2-up rather than a 3-up. So he's trying to keep the pressure on to make sure that no one else comes back. And then we got the one rider who's actually a European champion. And is he about to get on? He looks like he's about to get on. And he does make contact. The other 3 riders are just off the back. And with 1 lap to go, how you doing, buddy? Waving back to you. So with 1 more lap to go, Izabi decides to knock it off. And he's like, okay, whatever. Everybody's here. We got 1 more try to give it, give it the full beans. So we're on the last lap, lap 10. Got really interesting. Let's go fast forward a little bit more. And this is the part of the course. And as you can see, the front wheel dug in, and he almost lost it just there. As you can see, the difference in choices, if you're on the bottom, it's almost hard not to slide right. So that's why you got to put your foot out, because you don't want to lose it. So Izabi is in 4th place. Thibaut Nice, sorry, is in 4th place. Van der Horn is on the front, and I forgive me for not calling the name of the rider in 2nd place. And I believe he's the series leader in points. That jersey that he's wearing. So right now, Van der Horn is actually riding tempo and riding really hard to set the pace for Thibaut Nice. But Ali Izabi, he's not waiting for him, and he takes the front, and Thibaut Nice is wise to the move, make sure he's on his wheel, marks him out, and doesn't let him get away. Van der Horn is done. He's done his job. He just set the pace really hard. Then the European champion is trying to get back on terms with the 2 front guns, and the 2 front guns are going. Everyone is standing up, sprinting. It's all or nothing right now, because this is the last lap. And then the European champion is just about to get back on, and he's looking back, and he's almost looking like he's on but not on. And Thibaut Nice is just pulling away just a little bit. And as you can see, he's just getting away a little bit. Ali Izabi is just staying on his wheel. European champion is still in there. So this is your 1, 2, 3. Looks like it's going to be your 1, 2, 3 coming into the finish. And as we couple more corners, 1 more sharp descent, or 2 more sharp descent. So you got this descent, and then you got the other next one. So Thibaut Nice is he's going to be a huge favorite if he wins, because he's Belgian. We're in Belgium to watch the cyclocross, and yeah, it's just, it doesn't get any more exciting than this for Belgian cyclocross. And as you can see, Thibaut Nice has got a nice lead. And it looks like, and at this point, I'm like, okay, Thibaut Nice has got it. He's got a clear victory. He's going to do this, and he's going to win it. So as they hit that run up 1 more time, and on the run up, something happens to Thibaut Nice. You see, he started at the top and he just lost a lot of ground, and then he looks back to his left, and as he looks back to his left, Ali Izabi just comes around him on the front. Really smart move, wise move. He's like a veteran in the sport, been around for a little while. And Ali Izabi, he's just going for that 3rd win. Is he gonna get the win? We got Thibaut Nice hot on his wheel. They come across the pits 1 more time, and as they come across the pit, and it's a 2-up race, and the Poles rider in the European champion, and it's like Izabi, he leads out the sprint, but Thibaut Nice is more of a road rider. Izabi tried to just guide him left a little bit and hold him off, but Thibaut Nice wins. And as what was that? Oh, Van der Horst. So Van der Horst was third place rider. So you got Tibonese, Ellie used to beat Van der Horst, Van der Haar, and then Lux, and now Musen. So that was your top. That's your top 6 coming through, and Kemp finishes in. Ryan Kemp ends up finishing in 8th place. So well done to the fellas' first cyclocross race of the season. That was a good race. That was a good race. So we're gonna jump into the ladies' race right after this. Let's stop this. And it should gotta be a lot more smooth than this. So right after this, we're gonna jump into the ladies' race. The name holds a story, a message of inspiration and empowerment. As a child, I constantly faced the need to prove myself, no matter which sport I pursued. But then I discovered cycling. It became my answer to skeptics who doubted my abilities. More than just freedom, cycling became my pursuit of justice in the face of those who wish me to fail. So when you encounter seemingly insurmountable obstacles, remember, just say it with your legs. With every paddle, you can conquer anything, one step at a time. And that's why you need to buy this brand. To embrace the journey, empower yourself, and achieve greatness. So remember, hit the barcode, check out the barcode. I need to get these guys off of my screen because you guys are done. But hit the barcode, go to the website, check out the gear. The gear is slamming. Trust me, the hoodies are so nice and warm. I can't wait to get my hoodies. But I got a bunch of stuff that's going to be coming out. And some stuff is going to be like members only type stuff, and some stuff, exclusive to people who not only subscribe but become members of the page and stuff. So I'm gonna have some exclusive members, swag, and then just the regular stuff. So let's get into the ladies race. And what's okay? So we gotta get rid of it's not the men's race and fix up there. There we go. And here we are, the super prestige, the women's race. The favorites for this race are. Oh, okay. Pause. Yes, what's up? And we are back, and we are in Overijes, Belgium again. But the women's opening a super prestige race, which was they was in different places. So I was expecting, the guys and the women to be riding the same course, but they were in a different place. So yeah, it just weird. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Season's just getting started, so you gotta bear with me because I'm just getting to know like the riders' names. I gotta remember the riders' names. These names that are all foreign to me, so I'm gonna do my best to make sure I get everybody's names right. And we in Overijes and the cyclocross pro women, and let's get things rolling. Let's get things on the way. So as things get started, as you can see, it has sort of like a F1 Formula 1 type start. You can see the red dots, so they sit there and they wait for the lights to go green. So my favorites on today is two all the way to the right in the blue jersey. That's Carmen de Cilion, and then Van Empel in the rainbow jersey. So as you can see, the commissar is letting the ladies know it's 30 seconds before we get it going, and we are going to be on our way in about 30 seconds time. So he's gonna just take a slight walk and let's watch the lights, keep our eyes on the lights. And he's doing the same thing. Come on, pop it up. Let's get this rocking and rolling. Ladies are ready to go. 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 There we go. Ready. And green. And they're off. And the world champion, Van Empel, she gets to the front, but she doesn't stay to the front. So she gets passed up, and I was expecting her to she's one of the a few riders to dismount. She dismounted pretty early, so it makes sense to just run from the corner to the stairs instead of trying to pedal to the stairs because you're almost coming to a stop in that corner anyway. So just dismount. Really smart choice by Van Empel. And so we got I believe it's the French national champion right there, and then the Dutch national champion. They're all at the front. Also, there was the Belgian national champion. But I'm going to learn the names of the ladies. I don't see the ladies that much, but I will learn the names of the ladies. Never to fear. But what I did notice is Carmen, she's in about like 5th place, and after this race, she's gonna learn. Like that's, it looks like she's just getting in shape, and it's so weird. Like when you watch her ride, it looks like she's struggling. Like, like she's really, putting in that big effort, or like just always struggling. Like, like it's really a hard effort. And then when you watch Van Empel, my goodness, she's not even breathing. But anyway, this is on lap 1. What's cool is later in the race, they're going to bring out some drone footage. I believe it's through here they bring the drone footage out, but which is going to be pretty cool. And so there's your cyclocross world champion. She's like in 2nd place. And there's a couple ladies on her wheel. And Celion, she's back like a bit far. She's definitely one of the stronger riders. She had a little bit of some time out a couple years ago, but she's back on it. She has been world champion, and she's back on it, and she's trying to get it going again. So she's actually in a really, really good position. So she's like 4th wheel. No, she's not. She's like 5th or 6th wheel. She's not in too bad a position. But this is where she should have like moved up. But I'm thinking that she's thinking that, if it's going to happen, no one's going to go away. But as we'll see what's going to happen. So Van Empel is just still like letting someone else set the pace. And then you got so she's the Dutch national champion. And then we got a Coriander rider trying to come up, and then Carmen's leaving a little bit of a gap. It's just so weird to me because she's such a strong rider. And you can see it's getting strung out pretty good already. And this is where Van Empel just like says, okay, enough's enough. She goes to the front. Carmen sees that something's going on, and she tries to, get up to what's going on. But at this point, she's behind too many riders, and Van Empel just like really goes for it. So this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's in 6th place. It's Carmen. So it's like she's really too far back to really do anything. So this is the point right now. I'm sorry to give it away, but this is the point where like Van Empel just like literally just goes away. Carmen has to stop, has a little mishap, but that's that. And then so let's fast forward. So now, like after that small attack, like Carmen, she just stays in the back of these guys, and then I think she was thinking that like these guys will probably keep riding and pull it back, but that didn't happen. And it's right at this point that Carmen realizes that she's gonna go to the front and then just put the hammer down. And as you can see, the gap that Empel is getting, she's just like opening up a massive gap. So right here at this point, she can see what's going on. Carmen is at the front, and Carmen's realizing like the race is going away from me. So she's going to the front, and now she's actually putting the hammer down and trying to get back the time that she's lost already. So, but Empel, like she's world champion, she's raced the road as soon as so is Carmen. But yeah, it was just a big mistake. I'm a big fan of Carmen as well. So hopefully I get to see her in Dublin and a bunch of other people, and maybe even get to talk to them. But I think they do speak English, but I don't speak Dutch. So it's going to be a bit, if I do get a conversation with them. So hopefully I get to get up to Dublin and check things out. And here we are on what lap are we on? I think we are on lap 4. No, lap 1. We're still on lap 1. Okay, we're on lap 1. And Van Empel is like pulling out a really big gap already. I thought it was on lap 4 because I fast forwarded it. I thought I went really far because it looked like the gap was big. So here you can see, I think she should be coming to the start finish now. And if she is, I want to see the time gap that she has on the rest of just after lap 1. Let's see the time gap that she has. So she's gonna come to the start finish, and she just looks. It just almost looks like a Sunday ride. I kid you not. It like she's riding hard, but it does not look like it. So Carmen is chasing and chasing hard. What's the gap to Carmen? We're gonna get a graphic. No, we're not gonna get a time gap. It looked like about 20 seconds or so. So Alvarado is 9 seconds back. Van Empel is. So they've done that first lap. So it's crazy. Like it looks like Alvarado is actually going to get back on and in contention. But I'm gonna fast forward and let's see what happens further down to the race. So we'll get up to lap 3, and as you can see, Van Empel, she makes that turn. She's going around, and here are the girls that were with Alvarado, and Alvarado has literally just put the smack down and gotten rid of the ladies that were on her wheel. So now she's riding solo on her own with looks like 1 lap to go, and she's like 2 laps to go and she's 34 seconds down, and Empel just keeps putting the time up. And it's just so crazy. Like when you watch her, it just does not look like she is riding that hard. So, and then like there are Park Peterson is missing from today's race, and the Italian champion. There's 3 or 4 girls that are young ladies that are really strong that are missing from today's race that you're gonna see later on in the season. Really strong. So this is on lap 4, finishing lap 4, and as you can see, it's spread out. So as we go, still on lap 4, trying to get to the drone shot so you can see the drone shot. So you see the drone footage coming on. And Van Empel, you can see she's putting in an effort, but it still doesn't look like she's suffering. It doesn't look that hard. Like, and this is not really, like in terms of Belgian cyclocross, a tough course, because the mud, they don't have to change bikes too, often, because the mud's not sticking or stopping the bike. But the course itself is still super tough. But they're not getting all of the mud and stuff, like because everyone in cyclocross, every team, every rider has 2 bikes or even 3 bikes, and they go through the pits and the mechanics swap bikes out. So when they swap the bikes, if they get full of mud, what the mechanics do, they go to a little hose area, hose all the mud off, get the bike cleaned up, get it ready, and then they switch bikes once the bike cakes up, with mud and stuff, because it gets so much mud in the wheels that the bikes become unrideable. So obviously the Belgians have they pioneered that, and this is what they're doing. As you see, Alvarado, she's coming Alvarado, she's riding really hard, and in 3rd place is the Coriander rider as Van der Heyden. So not bad, getting there. So she's in 3rd place, and Alvarado has opened up the gap quite a bit, but she waited too late. She definitely waited too late, because once Van Empel went up the front, that was it. Once Van Empel went up the front, Alvarado should have been right there on her wheel, and then she would have had a fighting chance to actually. So here you see they're going through the pits, and it doesn't look like the bike's gathering up too much mud. Maybe she had a slight mechanical, maybe the tires were too hard and stuff. So sometimes when you change bikes, they'll change the tires for you if the tire choice is wrong. Also, like if there's too much air in the tire or not enough air in the tire, so can let some air out or add some air to the tire. So Van Empel, she's coming, it looks like she's finishing lap 4, and she's got quite a bit of a lead on Alvarado. This is like one of the tougher parts. So basically, when you take that corner, because the bank runs downhill, so it's almost hard to stay on your bike without coming off. So you got to take a foot out and counterbalance the bike so you don't fall off. And the other thing is, the riders that are in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all 3 riders, like on the road scene, they all ride for Alpecin. They all ride. So this young lady, Alvarado, the two young ladies, this is the team that she rides for on the road, Alpecin. But the 2 young ladies behind her in 3rd and 4th place, they also ride for Alpecin. But to mix it up so that you have a bit more competition, they ride for different teams in the cyclocross. So which is pretty cool. So that the ladies, like, all competing against each other, not riding with, because if you had three riders riding with each other, then they could team up and do the team thing. So Alvarado actually handled the corner a whole lot better than Van Empel. And I think if she would have been on Van Empel's wheel, she would have been able to push her a bit more and had a better chance at winning the race. But she still did pretty good. She really looked like she's really, like, if you watch Alvarado, she really looks like she's trying hard, man. Like she's like giving it her all. And then you watch Van Empel's face, and she's just so cool and chill, and it's just completely different. So this is one spot where most of the girls were coming off the bike to run, but to actually power through that mud section, that's really, really tough. So as you will see coming up with Hilda, let's see how she's able to navigate this muddy section. So she comes around, it's pretty tough, and yeah, she just can't get back going because it's so thick of mud. She's got to come off, and like for Alvarado to be able to, and Van Empel to be able to ride through it, pretty strong. So we're coming through the start finish now, and she is 47 seconds down on Van Empel. So Van Empel steadily opening up that gap. Van Empel's on like 1 lap to go, and we haven't seen any drone footage yet. So I was hoping that you get the drone footage before she gets to the finish, but I think, here we go. Here's the drone, and this is pretty cool. So like they're really, bringing the technology into the racing, so you can actually have a good look and see, how they're getting down and how things are going on. So this is pretty cool. And the thing is, the riders can hear the drone behind them with that, so it's right behind them. So this is an amazing look. So we're going back to the start finish line to see who's coming through. So that's the top 8 riders through so far. So that's top 9 from Great Britain, AK from Great Britain. Everything's AK-OK. Sorry, couldn't resist that. But Van Empel still like almost a minute gap in cyclocross. That's huge. That's a huge time gap to have that much time on like everybody did in the race. So like it looks like Van Empel actually just starting to like feel some pressure and stuff. But I'm pretty sure Alvarado is going to be she's going to be up there later on. You see how the bike's moving around and stuff. That's how bouncy it is. And these girls have got amazing control. These slow-mo shots are pretty cool. Very amazing. Very amazing. And here Hilda is her name, I believe it is. She's in third place. But like I said, they all ride for the same team on the road. The girl that's in Alpecin, Alvarado, they both ride on the same team. So it looks like Van Empel's going to take a bike change on the last lap. So she could come to the start finish, and her foot came out. Looked like she had a bit of a problem, and hopefully everything's okay. But and there we go. There's Alvarado coming through. Let's go forward to Van Empel. And you see Van Empel, she's coming. I can't quite tell how far it is left on the lap, where we are on the lap, because I wasn't keeping track. There we go, Alvarado chasing back hard. And let's get up to the finish. So, and then here we have let's give you a bit more to finish. And this is the last part of the finish. And you already saw that Van Empel won the race. And she has a massive lead. Massive lead. And then we see Alvarado does really well to get rid of the other girls that were on her wheel to solo in for second place on the podium. But then here's third place rider. Still doing pretty good, keeping Alvarado in her sights. So she didn't get too far off the front. And just coming into the last bit of the course before she comes across the start finish line, just crossing that little bit of cobblestones and then onto the track. And this is pretty much it, and she's finishing. As you can see up there is a girl just up front getting pulled out because she's being lapped. So yeah, you can see her taking her number off, so she's being lapped. So as she's being lapped and her number's being removed, Van Empel comes through and celebrates for a flying victory. So she's like done 3 races, 3 cyclocross races, 3 victories. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty awesome. Why do I want to yawn? We're not gonna yawn. We can't do that. So this is pretty big. I mean, we're still waiting for Alvarado. Is a Cillian Del Carmen Alvarado. She is my favorite. Right, I saw her racing cyclocross. I was like, whoa, that was pretty awesome to see. So, and I believe the numbers that they have is their rankings within the Prestige series. So the Prestige series is pretty awesome to see. And yeah, there we go. Carmen Alvarado to finish 54 seconds. So Van Empel actually put more time on it, and it looks like Alvarado is really riding hard. So congratulations from Alvarado for Van Empel for a very good win. And coming in a minute and 14 seconds down is Van der Hagen. And I know I'm getting that wrong, but once I hear the names and if you get a few more races under my belt, I'm pretty sure I'll get the names right for you. So that was your top 3 in the women's race. Prestige, the Overijes Cyclocross Pro Women. Thank you for watching. Ines Luby, say what you lays. And before we go, we got to give it to you one more time. Remember, check out my stuff, man. Check it out. Remember, like and subscribe to the channel. The name holds a story, a message of inspiration and empowerment. As a child, I constantly faced the need to prove myself, no matter which sport I pursued. But then I discovered cycling. It became my answer to skeptics who doubted my abilities. More than just freedom, cycling became my pursuit of justice in the face of those who wish me to fail. So when you encounter seemingly insurmountable obstacles, remember to just say it with your legs. With every paddle, you can conquer anything, one step at a time. And that's why you need to buy this brand. To embrace the journey, empower yourself, and achieve greatness. Once again, thanks for watching. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. My name is Ines Luby. This is Say It With Your Legs Media, and we're just getting started. 2024 is going to be amazing. So hopefully we should be at some of these cyclocross events, maybe 1 or 2. It's going to be wet and cold, really cold. So I'm going to do my best. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cope with that, but we definitely are going to be at some of the major road races, if not all, but most. Anyway, see you soon. And there's plenty of other videos. Make sure it should be above me and below me. Make sure you click onto one of the videos and check out some of the other stuff. A lot of content. All right, see you later. See you soon. Keep it locked. Thanks for watching. Say With Your Legs Media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.